Hey, Tip. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. How are you? I have not got to do the stream with Jimmy. Jimmy is like in his 70s, okay? And Jimmy will not answer the phone, but I'm gonna call him today and see if I can go up there. Hi, Lamb. What's up, Lamb Chop? Can you make a happy birthday one? Well, I wish. Let's see. I forgot happy birthday. I'm working on original music, so not really a piano player. Remember, if you read the title of this is Coffee Talk with Big Brother Mentorship. So I'm just here to talk to you guys and help you out. Kind of think of it kind of like church. And let's get a good community together, guys. So what's on your guys' mind? Today is my birthday. Well, you know what? Yeah, I want to hear Jimmy's story too. For goes, happy birthday today. So, Euro Nicole, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Another day down. So maybe today, at least you'll hear a little sound. Sure, you can call me like a therapist. I have people I talk to, yeah. Yeah, any tip to lose belly fat? Absolutely. Tip to lose belly fat. Drink a lot of water and get rid of liquid calories. That's your best way to do it. Get rid of liquid calories. What I mean by that is all your Cokes and all your juices and stuff. Yeah, stop drinking those. You know what I mean? What's up, bro? What's up? Do you play video games? Lamb Chop, what's up? Hello, man. I do not play video games. However, I did play poker tournaments for a while. Fun fact. If you look at my profile picture, you're amazing. Fun fact. If you look at my profile picture, it's me at a poker tournament. So that was the main video game that I played. Oh, thank you. Ali Schrook, hi. You're a Lego clone trooper. Lego my ego. Lego! Lego! Let go! Let go! Plastic man. Plastic man and a Lego face. like being plastic. Nice tattoos. Thank you. Thank you. Got a few tats. But my tattoos stop here. So when I want to still look professional, I can still keep that professional look. Yes, Mrs. Jones. Yes, Mr. Smith. Absolutely. I can make sure that we'll take great care of you. You know what I mean? What we got talking here? Roblox or Minecraft? I've never played either one, noob. Never played either one, so I wouldn't know. Were you in the Army? I was in the Navy, 10 years. I was in the Navy for 10 years. If you look at the chat, this is Coffee Talk / Big Brother Mentorship. I do not know the music from Ren. Everyone don't believe in Jesus. Go watch Daniel Adams' Supernatural. Okie dokie. Try to keep race, religion, and politics out of the chat. Try not to do too much spamming. That's all I ask. I do have moderators, so. What do you think about UFO? What you mean about UFO? Like unidentified flying objects? Aliens are real. I'm telling you. There's too much space. There's too much in the universe that we know of. Mathematically, there's too many variables. There's just too many planets. The numbers, it would be more scary to me if we were the only living thing in the universe. That would be scary. It makes more sense. We're like in this giant ocean, right? If you're in the ocean and you're swimming around, there's other things around you. We're just swimming around the universe and there's other living things around us. I really think that to be true. Kind of like this fish right here. What we got? Jesus is real. All right. Maybe we are the aliens. Hi, I'm really sorry. Okay. Are drill instructors really like the movies? I don't know, man. It's kind of like this. I know people in the Navy, Air Force. I was in for 10 years in the Navy. Here's the thing. The idea of boot camp and drill instructors, even the Marines and all this, they're meant to break you down and build you back up. They're testing you to see how strong your mind is. So yeah, they're gonna break you down and they're gonna do a little stuff with you, but is it like the movies? No. And it's nothing like that in the service. All they're doing is putting you through a process. If you've ever played sports like football or basketball or baseball, it's similar to sports. It's kind of just like that. You have to learn to respect an authority figure and learn how to fall in line. That's kind of all it is. I'm very sorry. You should give me a listen to Ren, like playing Money Game 3. Okay, sure. I do like playing piano, but I don't really play a lot of other people's music. I know that sounds weird to you guys. By the way, guys, for the chat, glasses on or glasses off? I need to know, glasses on, glasses off, and hat on backwards or forwards? What do you guys want? What you guys? Americans go to summer school to learn how to cheer and go woo on the Ellen show. What the heck, clown level? What are you talking about? What if living is relatively new? Okay, guys, come on. This is morning coffee talk. Okay. Do I have a favorite tattoo? Not really. I like all my tattoos. Hat on forwards, okay, but what about if my hat is on upside down? What if my hat is on sideways? Now do I look like a gangster, man? Yeah, man, know what I'm saying, man? I see some people talk like this, man. That's not really me. By the way, I am Coach Chris. This is a little dopamine for you guys. Everybody needs some dopamine in their life, so I want you to be able to wake up, okay? What kind of, don't tuck it? What kind of damn tuck it? I'm a happy thug. I'm a happy thug, man. Just playing. So don't stretch on balls, okay? Okay? I don't know about you, but the Marines taught me how to kill 18 years. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so, I did some training. I was in for 10 years. I've got all sorts of medals and stuff. I went to Afghanistan. We went self-defense classes. Very cool stuff. But what I'm getting at is boot camp in general just teaches you how to control your mind. That's my opinion. So, let's see. Where are you from? I am from Georgia. Hello, brother. Red eye, cool tattoos. Thank you for your service. Blazer him. Now I do know what a D minor is. I do know this is D minor. This is morning coffee talk. Keep in mind, I can't play a lot of songs, so if you ask me for song requests, I'm not going to do it. But what I will do is try to play and talk. I'll try to write a song and I was working on this earlier. Here's something you might recognize. I'm making this up as I go. Something like that. Let's go! Booker was 19. Hype up, guys. Yep, I was a closeout pitcher, believe it or not, when I played baseball. Yeah, remember, guys, I'm 6'4". Do I not look like I could throw a baseball? I do have Viking German heritage. This is true. What the whack, 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 whack. I've been known to rap from time to time. Been known to rap. Got to be in the right environment, though. Got to have some friends. My brother, in case you guys don't know, if you go to Instagram, No Ghost Clay Whitehead, he is actually a professional musician. Me, I'm just a guy who started doing streams, and every time I do streams, I can only throw a fastball and change up. Gotta remember, guys, I'm almost 40 years old, so I'm getting a little bit old. Excuse me. I don't even know that song. I am from China. Noob, you're from China? I've been to China. I've been to Guangzhou, the city of flowers. My ex-wife went there. You're from China? Are you really from China? You say I might be the coolest guy in the Navy. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm the coolest guy in the Navy, but I do try to be kind of cool, man. I try to do my best, man. Know what I'm saying? Time to wake up! I actually just woke up. So I'm going to take an Alpha Brain, right? Shout out to Joe Rogan, great supplement. I didn't make my bed yet, so it's a little bit messy. So now, this is my office, guys. Just so you guys know, this is where I do my work. And for those who don't think I was in the Navy, I don't know if I was in the Navy or not, but I got all this stuff, right? So I was in for like 10 years. America, what you think? You think I love my country? What on earth makes you think just because I have a Boston tea stained original 1776 American flag on my wall does not mean that I love my country? Just because it's hanging right over my bed does not mean I love my country. I don't drink beer. I don't drink. I was not an officer. No. Believe it or not, they wanted me to become an officer, but I didn't stay in past 10 years. If I would have stayed in, I probably would have been an officer. But I do business now. So over here in my office, I do more business stuff now. So I got out to pursue business, and it was a great decision. So remember, with these talks, why do we do these talks? We're in the coffee talks. These coffee talks, these morning motivational talks, it's just for me to give you guys some dopamine. I want you to see me like a big brother. Joe. No, this is not an official verified LGBTQ, although I have nothing against large galactic battletoads. The Large Galactic Battletoad Federation, the LGBT, isn't that what that stands for? LGBT, Large Galactic Battletoads. Got nothing against the Large Galactic Battletoads. You should love America? What? I mean, I don't know what more I can do. I have my own business, right? Like and subscribe, your favorite coach and entrepreneur, Coach Chris. What makes you think I love my country? Huh? I do need to make my bed, though. Remember, guys, if you want to be successful in life, make your bed! All right, let me put this over here. So, this is Morning Coffee Talk. Morning Coffee Talk is me being your big brother. I want to be a positive influence on you in the modern world. So, topics for discussion. What do you guys want to talk about? Inspiration, how to start a business. You know, you can talk some jokes with me. The main thing is I want you to have a safe spot. I say safe spot. I want you to have a spot where you go live on YouTube. You know what you get to do? You get to have some good dopamine. You get to have someone who actually gives a crap and actually wants you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So, I actually care about the younger generation in my country. You guys are the future. Even you damn trolls. Even all you darn trolls. Even y'all are the future. Even though y'all always think all this crazy crap, all this stuff that y'all say. Alright, where we at? But yes, believe it or not, I have the ability to comprehend and read. I know nobody believes me. But yes, what books do I read? Very good question. Here's a lot of books. So here's a good book. Back to the Basics. Tesla Coil Design. This is Electrical Engineer, Step by Step. How to Make Money in the Stock Market. The Origin of Words. This is a good book. How to Speed Read. Speed Reading 101. Oh, what is this? What is this? This is a copy of the Constitution in the United States. Definitely know this. Definitely know that. This is one for you young men. Have you ever slept on a floor? Yeah, I used to be homeless. When I was in college, I lived in my car. So I would go to class, then I would go work at a restaurant. I was a waiter. So you wonder why I am the way I am. It's just life experience. So I went to a restaurant and I would work there as a waiter because I got free food. Then I would go to class, right? sleep in my car, and then I was a trainer at a 24-hour gym. I'm a strength and performance coach, right? I'm not the biggest, not the strongest, but I am pretty good at training athletes to become better at their sport. So essentially, the gym would give me a free shower, and it was 24/7. So game or book? Oh, book all the way. Unless it's poker. I do like to play poker tournaments. If you don't know, I'm a nationally ranked poker player. And for some reason, people think I'm full of crap when I tell them this. I don't know why people think this stuff. Somebody sent me a message. Fitness coach. So I'm going to show you something, guys, right here. Just so you know, if I go into the computer and I type in Chris Whitehead Poker, right, that's me. So poker is a game of math and statistics. That is me on Google, right? That is me. See? Hey, you see? You see that? So that was the game that I choose to play. Okay, so Fupa Lord, I want to answer that question. How do you find what your calling in life? This is not easy. I will tell you this. Let me give you some real life advice. This is the best life advice I can give you because, again, when we do these streams, the reason that we do these streams is for those very questions. I want you guys to know, like, that is a great question. So you've got to try to do stuff. You need to try to put your hands in everything. You need to figure out if you're going to be someone that's an entrepreneur, which is someone that is going to do their own business or work for someone else, right? Me, I could never hold a job long-term growing up. I always had a problem with authority. I was always figuring out how to do things better, become more efficient. And when I realized, even when I went into the Navy for 10 years, right, I had a problem with authority. So I realized what I needed to do was start my own business, which is what I did. So, you know, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. But what I am saying is if you're one of those people who have a problem with authority, right? Let's come to the chat real quick. Yo, guys, I'm in. Yo, guys, I'm here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Look, if you're one of those people that have a problem with authority, most likely you're meant to be an entrepreneur. Okay? All right. From one engineer to another. What do we got here? I choose book. Fupa Lord. One engineer. Don't know what this is about. I love Mojang. I work for myself with photography. Okay, so cosmic findings. So you work for yourself in photography. So let's talk about that. How did you come to the conclusion that that's what you wanted to do? Like, type into the chat. This is why this is coffee talk, and this is why this chat is Big Brother mentorship. I'm going to mentor you just like you're my little brother. Just like you're my little brother or my little sister who I've helped do mentorship in business, I'm here to talk. Okay, so WTS means what the fazoozle. Yeah, so exactly. So Cosmic Findings says, so I'm going to shout out the Cosmic Findings at Cosmic Findings. Awesome and awesome. I feel you. So look at that. So Cosmic Findings, Big Brother, that's what's up, baby. You can call me Big Brother Chris, man. I am on your side. Now, I also have a business, but it's not about me, it's about you guys. So Cosmic Findings says, I feel you. Yes, noob, that's exactly what it means. Kata Green, what's up? Hi, hi, hi. Let me put a poll out here. Topics for discussion. I got ADHD, guys. So if you have ADHD or you're OCD, you're probably meant to be a business owner. Vote! Okay, so what choices do we have? We have business, okay, like who, what, when, where, why, okay? I'm making a little poll real quick. So we have business, we have stocks, investing. I do like to talk about investing, right? How to get started, how to start, that's one. We have, you know, training and food, right? Performance, etc. And one more topic is, I'm going to say mindset, because I am a mindset coach. That's one thing. Mindset. How to create mindset. Okay. Okay, so I know we got a little poll in there. All right. So what we got here? Let's see here. Yeah, so what is this? Conda Green? Yeah, so if you have ADHD, one of the things that I do recommend is this. This is called Alpha Brain, okay? If you guys know about Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure you've heard about Joe Rogan, right? He endorses this product. So I'm a big fan of Alpha Brain. What it does is it helps me stay focused. And remember, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take nicotine. About the only drug that I think I use is caffeine. I use some caffeine, right? And these are nootropics. So if you have ADHD, learn how to use nootropics. Nootropics are amazing, okay? I do have an Amazon store. I don't have any of my stuff up, so I'm not going to get any money for recommending you that. But I'm just telling you as your big brother Chris here. So we have 60% of the votes. So 60% want to train about training and performance, 20% want business, 20% want mindset, and nobody cares about stocks and investing. Okay. So, yeah, so Cosmic over here says nootropics, shake and bake. Yeah, nootropics are awesome. Nootropics are probably the future. If you haven't tried nootropics, you are missing out. All right. So, all right. So here's something that I do recommend. Okay. This is something I do recommend. If you want to be a top producer, right? See, that's my license for my business, resident agent in the state of Georgia. I'm an insurance agent. Very good business. Write down your goals, right? I see this every day. I made this. Nobody cares. Work harder. Remember that. Happy birthday, noob. Happy birthday. Nice video. Nice video. Training in video. Performance means how to perform better. Like how to jump higher, run faster, get stronger. We'll talk about that. Now, here's a couple quotes for you guys just before I get into the nutrition. Okay, these are just things that I like to share with people. I'm the owner of a collision shop, so I get it. Shout out to all the business owners. Well, here's the thing. You can screenshot my goals all you want, but my goals and your goals are going to be different, right? So don't follow somebody else's goals. Get a pen and paper, or do what I do. Get these things, like get you a piece of canvas board and some paint markers and actually write out your goals and hang them up so you can look at them all day. By the way, my friend that's in China, shout out to my Chinese friend. I have been to China. I got this from China, right? So I've been to China, Guangzhou, right? My brother seems like current Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was a great man. If you don't know about Marcus Aurelius, you should learn about him. Marcus Aurelius has a great book called The Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. And by the way, I thought about, guys, I have a large audiobook collection. Would you guys like for me to sometimes put on an audiobook and maybe play it on stream? Like some books I recommend, and we can kind of talk about it. Shout out to my homie Nick Gurr. All right. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Why do I have to spend time making my goals when I can save time and take your goals? Because that's not how goals work, brother. If you try to live someone else's goals, you're not living for yourself. And in order to be successful in this world, you have to live for yourself, do things for yourself, and take care of yourself. In order to be successful, you have to be selfish. Be selfish and take care of yourself. Now, if we're on a plane and there's no oxygen, you're going to put your mask on first before you help somebody else. Thus, in business and life, it's the same concept. Everybody wants to help everybody else. But why are you going to help someone else when you haven't even made your bed in the morning? You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of other people. That's kind of how it works, right? So, when it comes to goals, make your own goals. Your goals and my goals are not going to be the same. Shout out from the planet Zog. All right, whatever that means. Yeah, Canada Green, exactly. So if you have ADHD, just like I said, nootropics are it. Nootropics, like Alpha Brain, best product in the world for those of ADHD. I literally use it every day when I'm doing business. Like I do business right there. That's my office, essentially. I have a standing desk. I like to stand up throughout the day, right, and get you a good bed. Tempur-Pedic is my choice, right? And yeah, I subscribed. Very good. Thank you for subscribing. Like my videos, yep. Help me, I have ADHD. Cosmic findings. Okay, you have ADHD. Very simple. Like I told you guys earlier, 2 things. 1, I am a big believer in supplementation like nutrition. Whole food, not too much caffeine. This is called New Chapter. It's got ashwagandha and magnesium in it, right? Alpha Brain's not bad. And then when you go to sleep, GABA root and L-theanine. Spend money on things that make your body have more energy. You got to remember, guys, I'm 40 years old nearly. I'm nearly 40 years old, guys. And I go to the gym, right? And I see guys that are in their 20s and they can't keep up with me. I can run faster. I can do more pull-ups. I can do more push-ups. And it's like, I ask them, and they're like, man, I thought you were in your 20s. I know I don't look that young. But what I'm getting at is learning to take care of your body. Your body is the most important investment. Invest in your body. I want to work, but I procrastinate. Okay. Smells like a fart in here. Okay, very good. So Noob, thank you for that. Hey, so Pragoon, you say I want to work, but I want to procrastinate. Let's see. Cut this light on real quick. Okay. So pull this back. So why do you procrastinate? That's the question. What are we looking at the votes? Why do you procrastinate, right? I don't recommend doing coke. Nope. Don't recommend doing cocaine. So if you're procrastinating, right? Thank you, Noob. I appreciate you. If you find yourself procrastinating, this is, Coca-Cola? Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend drinking too much Coca-Cola, man. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend drinking water and eating healthy food. Yes, some caffeine from time to time is okay. Like I'm drinking coffee. I think coffee's okay. But don't drink a lot of liquid calories. Don't drink a lot of these soft drinks, dude. I'm telling you, it's doing more harm than good. That's my opinion. Works for me pretty good. Instead of drinking a Coca-Cola, drink water, juice, maybe some milk, eat healthy food, get sunlight. If you have ADHD, get a nootropic. And I'm telling you, even if you're one of those people who, somebody in here said they procrastinate. If you procrastinate, get you a nootropic and start using this. If you find yourself not being able to focus, yeah, Jose, here you go. I'll show you right here. Here's a couple supplements I recommend right through here. Guys, for all the information I give you, if you want to donate to my channel, because I'm giving you some good information, go into the YouTube page, go up to the very top, and you can donate to me through my Venmo. My Venmo link is in the top of my YouTube profile. Go check it out. But yeah, these are 3 supplements I recommend. This one isn't necessary, but it's got magnesium and ashwagandha, right? But Alpha Brain and GABA, you take this before bed. It helps calm your nervous system, right? And as you can see, this is the ingredient profile. You actually have methylated methylcobalamin, right? your body can actually absorb it. So the GABA before bed, and then the alpha brain throughout the day. That is going to help you. Now, you don't have to take it, but it's some supplements I do recommend. Only drink water? That's great. Water is great. I think water is very good. Yeah, I can't avoid thinking unnecessarily. You can. So the first thing is you have to tell yourself, it's not I can't, it's I haven't done it yet. Nothing wrong with moving. Nothing wrong with moving. So get you a standing desk. When you're working, get you a standing desk and start stretching. And there's nothing wrong with moving. You got to remember, your body was meant to move. You weren't meant to sit into a desk all day. So because I work from the home, this is my office, what I do, I have a mat, I have a yoga ball, and throughout the day I stretch. So I'm always moving in my desk. If you're always having a desire to move around, there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually normal, you know? Yeah, if you don't like juice, then don't drink juice. But, you know, movement is lame. I just sit all day and I'm healthy. Sure, sitting is worse than you than smoking, just so you know. Sitting is worse than smoking. Studies have shown that someone who sits all day versus someone who's active in smoking, the smoker actually tends to live longer. So, if you're gonna choose, make that up. All right, trolls, excuse me. Excuse me. On that note, I'm gonna make a smoothie. I am going to make a smoothie real quick. Smoothie time. I love a good smoothie. What's in the chat right quick? Whatever you say, AFK. I'm not going to argue with you. If you believe that sitting all day is good for you, you are a dumbass. I'll say it like that. Okay. Go sit. Do whatever you want. I'm not trying to control what you do, but I'm not going to argue with a dumbass who doesn't know anything about research. Yeah. The people that live the longest in the world move around all day. They move around all day, guys. So, if you want to feel better, stop sitting on your ass all day. All right? Simple as that. Let me get these frozen bananas out of here. All right. I take frozen bananas when I make my smoothie. All right. Freeze bananas. Frozen bananas in a smoothie. I'm telling you, it is the best smoothie in the world. It makes it really thick and creamy. Right? I love a thick, creamy smoothie. I really do. I love me a good smoothie. The only problem is when you put them in the baggies, sometimes you gotta use like a pair of scissors to get them out. There we go. Put that there. So, see, frozen bananas. Frozen bananas. Living right there, whatever we say. Oh, Ellen also, I noticed my moderator's back. Hello, Ellen. So we put that there. So I'll take that, and then I'll put some whole milk. Whole milk. Crazy, right? And this isn't just any milk. This is yummy, yummy milk. This is organic milk. Then I'll take my peanut butter. See peanut butter? Peanut butter right here. Cinnamon swirl, vanilla peanut butter. I'll put like 4 tablespoons of that in there because I'm a big believer in eating more healthy fat. Right? And that's really all you need, but because I get it for a discount, I have whey isolate, right? Not that you need a protein powder, you don't, but I use it when I make my smoothies. I make a cinnamon vanilla peanut butter thick creamy smoothie with frozen banana. And that is, I mean, this right here, my nephew came over the other day and he's like 7 years old. My nephew came in the other day and I made him this and he loved it. My smoothies are amazing. Very good. So, shake that up, put this here. Come on, baby. Loaded that sucker a little too full. Come on now. Yeah, sometimes I load it past the line. Got to get that bad boy going. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, boy. All right. Oh my God, my ears are bleeding. There we go. Now the thing is, these bananas are so damn thick when I make it. So I'm telling you, bananas, frozen bananas are everything. I'm not burning through the machine. It's a really nice blender. I promise you it ain't broken. That's the setting for ice. There we go. See how thick this comes out? Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't look broken to me. See how thick that is? Watch. So now, look at this smoothie. You see that texture? God, that's so good. That's better than any smoothie I've ever had anywhere in the country. All right, whatever you say. You think my blender's broken, huh? Yeah. Let's see. Well, let's test your theory on that. There we go. I've been using this blender every day for years. I promise you, it is not broken. And I just made my smoothie, so whatever you say. Whatever you say. But yeah, the thing is, I use frozen bananas, and frozen bananas are really thick. And I'm telling you, frozen bananas are the key to get a thick smoothie. Yeah, most of you guys really that come into the chat, all the trolls, it's amazing to me how much some of you guys think y'all know and how little you actually know. It just blows my mind. But I'm thankful for all the trolls that come into the chat because it's because of y'all that my algorithm has been going up on my lives. Riot 2.0. The key to a good smoothie is, let's see. All right. Okay, so, yo, UNC, uncle, what's up, what's up? Skididly toilet, good organic fruit. So, yeah, so for my smoothie, for the person that asked, this is frozen bananas. Okay, I'm gonna teach you something if you actually want to learn something, right? Get you some frozen bananas, okay? Unpeel them and get frozen bananas. That is better than ice. So you take frozen bananas, right? And then you find a liquid, could be milk, almond milk, whatever. And then get you a good peanut butter, right? I recommend cashew butter. Cashew butter is kind of expensive. You know, this is going to be like probably 10 to 15 bucks for a jar, right? But it's really good. Or cinnamon swirl vanilla peanut butter. Frozen bananas, a liquid, this, and then you can then put some protein or some creatine if you want in it. That's what I recommend. Because putting good nutritious food in your body is super important. You're very welcome. Really, the key to a good smoothie is frozen bananas. Frozen bananas, believe it or not. Frozen bananas. Sure. Make your smoothie the way you want to, but I'm telling you, my smoothies are really good. I have my nephews, my cousins come over. I've had people, I've never made a smoothie for someone and their reaction been, ooh, that's nasty. It's always been, holy cow. And it's the frozen bananas. I don't use chia seeds. Nothing wrong with chia seeds, but I don't think they're that good for you. I don't think chia seeds are as good for you as people say. I question the bioavailability of chia seeds. I think if you eat eggs, right, fresh fruit and veggies are good, but I think you need to focus. I mean, to each their own, but I don't think chia seeds are very good. I know. That's what you say. Okay. Eat chia seeds if you want to, but as a strength and performance coach, right, that's one of the things I do on the side. Chia seeds ain't gonna do shit for you. Instead of buying chia seeds, what you should do is, let me tell you a secret. You ready? Go to a farm and get fresh eggs. Now, if you tell me what am I gonna spend my money on, fresh eggs or chia seeds? So I get all these eggs. You see, they even got shit still on them because I have to wash them. They literally have poop on them, right? So I get all these eggs and I spend $15 for 60 organic fresh eggs. I'm all about trying to be as healthy as possible, but chia seeds, man, a lot of people can't digest a seed. People with Crohn's disease, like I'm not a big fan of a lot of seeds. Now, what I do like is stuff like this where you have like cranberries, mangoes, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds. I will take pumpkin seeds over chia seeds all day because pumpkin seeds have magnesium and zinc in them. Pumpkin seeds are the best seed on the planet. You want to get bigger and stronger and have energy, eat pumpkin seeds. Yeah. Gosh, if you got to choose between buying a protein powder, right, and getting some fresh eggs, get fresh eggs. Just do it. Eat 10 eggs a day for 30 days. Pumpkin seeds, man. Pumpkin seeds. Yep. Good for you, Mark. I say no drinking, no smoking. No drinking, no smoking, don't do drugs. I know people that smoke. That's cool. I've never met really successful people that smoke a lot. I've met people who survive. But let's say you want to be a pilot. Pilots can't smoke. They're subject to urinalysis, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with smoking from time to time if that's what you do for fun. But if you want to be the strongest version of yourself, don't drink, don't smoke. I know it's hard to hear, but that's my opinion. 6 eggs a day, son! Yeah, Mark, that's what I'm saying. So if you get fresh eggs and you lift heavy weight and you train like an athlete, look, don't train like a damn bodybuilder, guys. Look, if bodybuilding is your thing, I get it. I think it's kind of weird. I think it's kind of weird to get in a Speedo, rub yourself down with oil, get half naked, take a bunch of drugs, get up on stage and do that. Like, I think it's cool the way it looks. Like, I see like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day. It's kind of cool. But to actually go through that, compete, and put the stress on your body, you can have a very good looking physique just from training like an athlete. I mean, get stronger and train kind of like John Merrick, Charles Atlas, who started all the bodybuilding in the United States. Train full body, do full body exercises, get better at running, sprinting, dips, and train to kind of be like an athlete, right? Russia or USA? He said bodybuilding makes your wiener smaller. Maybe. I mean, all the bodybuilders at the gym that I train with some of them because I'm always learning. Like, I went through a phase where I did isolation and tried to do that. But what I found is my body got stronger and bigger, right? I was really skinny growing up. So my body got bigger and stronger. Like, I got bigger and became a better athlete when I ate a bunch of eggs, ate a bunch of peanut butter, drank milk, fruits and veggies, spaghetti, ate a bunch of good food, and did heavy, hard workouts 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And on days in between, 7 to 10,000 steps a day, move. That's great. Move and move. Stay mobile. But if you're training intensely enough, then I don't think you can train in the gym every day. Nobody I know that trains in the gym every day, except for maybe some of the juice heads who just look. Some of these guys that use all this juice, man, they'll have a very veiny, cool physique, but that ages them, man. I'll ask them how old they are. I'll be like, dude, how old are you? And, you know, I think that they're like in their 40s, but they're in their late 20s. So, yeah, so here's the thing. Jester Hero, welcome back to the chat. So peanut butter does not have a lot of protein in it. But the good news is, in order to be an athlete, you need more calories. So that's cool, man. Parth, train 6 days a week. I guarantee you're not training hard. That's my opinion. You know, if you're doing something active every day, that's one thing. But I have trained people for almost 15 years. Most of them get better results from training less volume and more intensity. This is the discussion. And by the way, if you do something that works for you, keep doing it. I'm not saying you're wrong, right? But what I'm saying is, in my experience as a certified strength and conditioning coach, right? Someone who's trained about 600 people over the last 15 years, right? That's what I did for my last job. I was a fitness director. I don't care about being shredded. I could care less. I care about performance. So if I want to get shredded, I know how to do it. I know how to count calories, but I have no desire to be shredded year round. That is the silliest thing to me. When you're that lean, you're not strong. And I'm an athlete. I care about function. I care about punching. I care about kicking. I care about grabbing things, throwing things down. I will let you be shredded all year around. And if we ever get into a fight, you'll look really good as I rip you in half. Simple as that. Train to be an athlete, not a bodybuilder. Train to be an athlete, not a bodybuilder. Right? Yeah, and a do. Hi. Oh, Delaney, welcome back. You know what I mean? Yeah, see, and that's another thing. I don't believe in controlled reps. I don't believe that you should train like this. I used to train like that, slow and controlled, and I never made any progress. No matter how hard you squeeze, how hard you're stabilizing. What about the theory of radiation? right? Force equal, okay, consider this, guys. Right, bodybuilders are typically trying to get shredded. I like athletes who are big, strong, and powerful. For example, world's strongest man, Brian Shaw, right? Thor Bjornsson, half Thor. What's the Canadian champion now? I forget his name. I care more about performance, right? You know, I mean, that's how it is, man. Look, if you want to get leaner, it's pretty simple. Cut down your calories and do a bunch of cardio. But if you want to be an athlete, okay, train like an athlete, okay? You know who some of the strongest athletes in the world are? Delaney, welcome back to the channel, right? Some of the strongest athletes, what does it say? If you take a proper diet, you can definitely hit success, according to me, man. Yeah, I mean, proper diet's everything, but like, I've never had the goal just to get shredded year round, at least not in the last 10 years, right? Before my surgery, I was a 300-pound athlete and I had a 700-plus pound deadlift, right? Then I hurt my back, right? A lot of reasons for that. Wasn't really because of my lifting. Yeah, so here's the thing. If you want to control your body and do slow controlled push-ups, slow controlled pull-ups, that's fine. But that should not be the majority of your training if you're an athlete. Remember, force equals mass times acceleration. The faster you can get your body to move, the more explosive you're going to be. So I've always liked the idea of training more explosively for most of your work. And then every now and then you can do some slow and controlled work. I'm not saying it doesn't work. There is time in that. But if you want to be an athlete, look, what NFL football player, when I was volunteering at the University of Pittsburgh, we had people who were training for the NFL compound. And we never did anything slow and controlled unless it was mobility. There were mobility sessions where we would do static and hold. Yeah, if you have imbalances, there's a time for that. But when it comes to perform, it was front squats, heavy deadlifts, weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, sprints, plyometrics, and it was fast, hard, right? That's how you train. If you want to be an athlete and you want to be explosive, you've got to move your body fast. So if you do push-ups like this and they're slow and controlled, you do that every now and then, that's fine. But if you get to where you can go down and bam, go down and push up and throw your body up and do a plyometric push-up where you can push up, it's the ability to generate force and power. The more power you can generate, the thicker your body's going to get. And if you don't know this yet, I'm giving you a big secret in training. Don't do like I did and take 10 years to figure that out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, okay, Delaney, we are free to go. Keep in mind, I'm not going to talk to just one person in the chat, but appreciate it, Delaney. Stay good. He doesn't look good enough. Okay, brother, that's fine. You got to remember, I am 6'4", 235 pounds, brother. And I'll tell you this much, if you don't think that I look good, I guarantee you I'm probably bigger and stronger than you, especially in real life. But it is what it is. I care about performance first. All right. Delaney is gone. All right. Sure, Savage. Boom. Savage, you got a chance now to be moderator. Yeah, do it for yourself, the best thing, guys. And I'll tell you right now, the people who are the strongest are the construction workers and the farmers. Construction workers and farmers. Those are the strongest people, not your bodybuilders. Most bodybuilders, most people that train in the gym can't even do one day of work, right? Yeah, you're welcome. Like, for example, you know, and when you see these people on Instagram, you see how they look on their pictures. They're usually in lighting They've got a pump. They're taking glycerol to make their muscles shine. Guys, I'm telling you, it's like the old saying, if you just want to look strong, go to the gym. But if you want to be strong and you want to be an athlete, go train like an athlete, right? Yeah, see, Frantic, 6 foot, 187 with a 500-pound deadlift. See, explosive, yeah. Look, if you're an athlete, you already know what I'm saying is true. It's the bullshit people who don't know anything about training. If you don't think lifting explosively helps, then you haven't ever trained in a gym. I mean, yeah, if you're 6 foot and you're training explosively, and I guarantee you at a 500-pound deadlift, I bet you have a big-ass, thick, succulent back. And I bet you got some hamstrings and some quads, right? Probably, now every now and then you'll see people who are strong with their tendons and they're not eating a lot, so they may not be as big. But if you get stronger and you get more explosive, your body will get bigger. Thank you, Elsa. Yep. Functional training, 100%. Yeah, so you want to train your body as a unit. The theory of radiation. It's like some people will go to the gym, right? So I do weighted pull-ups. I'm about... Right now on the scale this morning, butt naked, I was like 230. So first thing in the morning, I'm 230 pounds, right? If I eat some food, I might be up to 240 pounds by the end of the day. So 240 at 6'4". I can take 45-pound weight, strap it to my waist, and I can do pull-ups. So I can do pull-ups with close to 300 pounds, my body weight plus extra weight. What? Yeah, food. So Noob, what's up? So if you think about it, are you going to get a good body from sitting there with one arm and doing these one arm little isolations? I just don't believe that. I believe, like, even with your hands, can you hang from a pull-up bar? Like, if you can't hang from a pull-up bar for at least 30 seconds, then your grip is weak. So if you train your grip to get stronger, you'll be able to have better grip. The better your grip is, it'll affect your forearms. It'll go up to your arms. Like the body is all a single connective chain. It's not an individual train. Yeah, so what do we see? How can I gain some weight? 5'11". Yeah, so here's the thing. That's a great question, Parth. I'm going to tell you the secret how to gain weight because I was 150 pounds in high school. So I was not a very big, strong guy. It wasn't until I got older that I learned how to get thicker and stronger. And again, most of my weight is in my legs and my back. I have very large legs and a very thick back, right? Chest and arms was something that I never really developed because I was having so much fun throwing people and rowing. I'm more of a puller. But that being said, when I did get larger, I'm going to show you right now. This is your best friend to get bigger. It's called peanut butter, right? Yep, very good, Frantic, very good. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing some isolation exercises from time to time. I'm not saying don't do them. But if you never train heavy compounds, you're not going to be an athlete. I'm just telling you. So, peanut butter, right? That is what you eat. Don't worry about your protein. You do need protein when you're building, but you don't need as much as you want. Get you a rotisserie chicken, some peanut butter, some whole milk. This is what, if I was you, I would get as much of this as I could. Whole eggs. These eggs still have feces on them because they're from a farm. They have poop on them, fresh as you can get. Whole eggs and chicken, nuts, whole milk, organic, and peanut butter, bagels, and apples, right? Eat stuff like that. You don't need more protein when you're trying to get bigger. You need more carbs and you need more fats. Yeah, the eggs have feces on them. So more carbs and more fats. When you eat more carbs and fats, your body can utilize protein more efficiently. Yeah, pistachios are great. Pistachios, great choice. I think pumpkin seeds probably over pistachios. I would eat both, but pumpkin seeds and walnuts, those are secrets. Remember, you need poly and monounsaturated fats and you need magnesium and zinc. When you train heavy, your nervous system is going to get fried. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So again, earlier this year, I was injured. So earlier this year, I was 195 pounds in January. I went through a divorce. I had to move. I had a surgery. So I'm now 35 pounds. And that's since January, right? So that's like 5-6 months later. So how did I put on that weight? Train every other day. Like, let your body recover between workouts and get stronger. I mean, to me, cutting is easy. I don't know about you guys, but cutting and getting lean is pretty easy. You just do a bunch of cardio and you don't eat, right? And because I used to cut weight. I used to cut weight back in the day. So, me putting on 30 pounds in the last 4 or 5 months, I'm natural, guys. I'm not but I'm not a steroid user. I'm not one of these guys who's juicing up at the gills. I'm not using SARMs. I'm not using all this bullshit that all the professionals are using in the gym. So I'm using nutrition and rest. And what I found is this: if you want to get bigger, stop going to the gym every day. So look, it's about intensity and it's about volume. And I'm about to preach here. So you mother truckers are making me just get into the zone now. Okay, if you're training every day and you're doing a lot of volume and you're not getting bigger and stronger, pull back from the volume. Get out of that volume. If you're training once every couple days and you're not getting bigger and stronger, you need to up the volume. So it's a ratio between the frequency, how often you train, the volume, right? And then it's the intensity. Yeah, just do chores at the house. You don't need to do cardio. Instead of doing cardio, walk around and work outside. Instead of doing cardio, just stay active. If you can walk, go cut your grass, move around, that's your cardio, right? Spend more time lifting the weights and doing sprints. Or if you want, go on a bike ride, right? But if you want to I'm not hating on cardio, but I'm saying if you're training full body, you're going to get your heart rate so high that you're going to be in better shape than someone. Like, you guys don't understand when I'm saying do full bodies and lift intense. When you train your chest, your back, heavy deadlifts, your cardio gets better. When you train your body as one unit, you have to pump so much blood in full body workouts that you're already doing enough cardio. So don't reduce your recovery by going out and doing more cardio. I mean, go for a walk. Yes, go for a walk outside in the sun. That's great. But I promise you, if you did a workout with me and we did heavy deadlifts, heavy squats, heavy bench press, heavy weighted pull-ups, and we did all this in a matter of an hour and a half, right? And we did a full body workout, you will not want to be doing cardio. The only thing you're going to want to be doing on days in between is resting, right? I mean, it makes sense, right? Now, if you're doing a bodybuilding split and you're only training like chest, back, shoulders, legs, arms, and you're only training one body part at a time, then yeah, maybe you need to do cardio. And if you just want to get lean and shredded and ripped, that's cool. But if you focus on performance, like sprints, right? And I have workout programs, guys. I'm not going to be able to give you a workout program over the phone like this, but I'm giving you little bits and pieces, maybe in the future. Like this. This is frozen bananas, peanut butter, milk, and protein. Okay. Get you a bunch of bananas, right? Frozen bananas. Oh, by the way, you got to remember, guys, when you're in the gym, let me spit this loogie out real quick. So when you're in the gym, so this is me in the gym right here. You see that? Do I look like a small motherfucker? Dude, I'm 6'4". Like, that's me into the gym 2 nights ago. So what I'm showing you is when I'm on these YouTube lives, I look bigger in person, right? You see that? That is me into the gym 2 days ago. 6'4", 235 pounds as an athlete. So what I'm getting at is this. How you take a picture in the gym, where your lighting is, don't I look a lot larger there than on this camera? It's because that the camera on lives is only two-dimensional. So, you know, that's me, right? I'm not saying I'm the largest, but I'm not exactly a small dude. You know what I mean? Like right through here. You see? That's me after a full body workout and I have a pump. So what I'm getting at is this. So this is what I'm getting at. I'm not the biggest, I never said that, but I train like an athlete. And when I get going and I have carbs in my system and I get moving, you know, my body like expands. Why? Because I put sugar in my body before I train. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm always flat. But this is what I'm getting at. You can't really just mimic. But yeah, so I guess in conclusion, what I'm getting at, yeah, so here's the thing. I'm not training for people to be attracted to me. I want to look good. I want to be, see, there's guys that come to my gym and they're always throwing up their shirt and they have all these abs, but these are men that weigh 150 pounds. If you're a man and you're 150 or 160 pounds, unless you're just like really short, that's like really small. I'm not trying to hate, I'm really not. But what I'm getting at is I train to be thicker and stronger, right? Be big, be strong. Are there gym monkeys in your Georgia? I mean, I think there's gym monkeys everywhere. I don't really know what that means. But it's like, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a lean aesthetic physique. Like one of my friends, he competes and he's always suffering and he's always sunk in the face and he's always like, and he's shredded. He does cycles. He's on gear, I know. And I'm just like, you know, we do training and he's like probably, he looks, when we have no shirts on, he looks lean and dense and strong, but he is not strong. Like if we were to do like a competition where we wrestled each other, or I would throw him around like a rag doll. But if we do biceps, he's got all these veins and stuff. And to me, it's just different ways of training. I think it looks cool, but I'm telling you guys, women are definitely attracted to someone who's strong and powerful and can protect them. Little girls might be attracted to the abs, right? Hey, calisthenics are great. I'm not hating on calisthenics. I think calisthenics are amazing. I do calisthenics. I do weighted pull-ups. I do weighted dips. I think that calisthenics are great, especially if you do them explosively and you add weight. The biggest issue with calisthenics is progressive overload. Can you add more weight to the exercise? So if someone adds more weight or they do handstand push-ups, and here's my thing too, I want to have someone that has some legs. Yeah, so a lot of times I'm always big on leg strength, like power and pressing and deadlifting. So I think that when you have large legs, it's harder to do calisthenics, but if you can have big legs, be explosive, lift heavy weights, and do calisthenics, that's a damn good athlete. I want to be the athlete who can, you know, sprint 100 yards, 100 meters in like under 14 seconds. I still want to be able to run a mile in 8 minutes, have a heavy deadlift, heavy bench, heavy squat, still be able to throw people around. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, but you got to train for your goal. I will say this. Calisthenics are amazing. See, let me tell you what I would say. Train heavy on your weights, 6 to 8 reps, maybe even as low as 3 to 4 reps in the weights. And when it comes to your calisthenics, let calisthenics be your high reps. That's a good way to do it. You should be getting stronger than your body weight, right? What are you saying, noob? Are you crying? Okay, noob, you're my number one fan over here for today, so I don't know how to say your name, but it's noob, okay? But you should be lifting weights so you get stronger relative to your body weight. You want to be able to bench at least 2.5 times your body weight, or at least 1.5. Try to get 2 times your body weight in bench. Try to do a squat where you're getting 3 or 4 times your body weight. Do weighted pull-ups with 100 pounds. And then your body should feel light, but powerful and strong. Train like an athlete, right? Yeah. I'm only 150. Yeah, so if you want to gain, I just showed them earlier, peanut butter. If you're a calisthenics athlete in New York, peanut butter, brother. You eat a shit ton of peanut butter and fresh eggs. Just eat that all day, right? Yeah, if you weigh 400 pounds, so the heavier you get, the less relative strength that matters. So August. So there's relative strength and there's absolute. Yeah, so you're going to get bigger doing that. What's good in the hood? I have had Colombian coffee. Damn, the tank's over here, right over here. You look Ben Affleck, talent. You look like Ben Affleck's talented brother, talentless brother. Thank you for helping a lot. Yeah, you're welcome, Parth. So when it comes to like the food, fresh eggs, peanut butter, and then some whole milk if you can take it. Get stronger. Now, there's relative strength, which if you're 150 pounds, you doing 2 or 3 times your body weight is impressive. But when you get 300 or 400 pounds, nobody's going to be able to, keep their relative strength, absolute strength. Once you get 200 pounds, right? And if you're 400 pounds, like you're like a world's strongest man, like Brian Shaw, they do have, double their body weight in squats. They have 800 pound plus squats. They have 1,000 pound deadlifts. So yeah, that's right at 400 times 408. That's 2.2 times their body weight. And they do overhead presses with more than their body weight, right? So the biggest thing, if you're allergic to peanut butter, not all is lost, but keep in mind, there's a difference between peanuts, cashews, Brazilian nuts. Find a nut, find some type of peanut that you can eat. Nuts are amazing. And if you can't, just do more eggs, whole eggs, eat a bunch of whole eggs. Like again, I'll show you right here. Okay, cool. I'll help you on that. Guys, these are fresh eggs. I even still have chicken crap, feces, deficit, manure on my eggs. I get 60 eggs for 15 bucks from the local farmer. He loves me. I eat sometimes 60 eggs, right? When I want to get big, you gotta remember, guys, I used to be 300 pounds. I'm only like 230 now. Business and life. But if you want to get bigger, eat eggs. All right, fresh eggs, absolutely. Fresh eggs, organic, straight from the chicken's butt. They literally still have chicken poop on them. I wash them before I eat them. Yep, good shit, literally. I'm pretty sure when I crack them in the pan, sometimes some of the manure and feces get into my meal. Just kidding. Yeah, so someone said I had a question. I got to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But somebody said they had a question for me. When they were stalled out on their weight, was somebody saying they were stalled out on their body weight? All right, and we're coming back. And we're back. Well, I don't know if you realize this or not, but if you want to get bigger and you eat food, you're going to poop. So, you're going to poop, you're going to piss, It's just part of it. I'm telling you, if you want to train like an athlete and you're going to stay hydrated and you're going to eat and you're going to try to build some strength, you better get used to being on the toilet. You better get used to pissing. Just part of it. So, all right, why do we have all this spam coming in here? Guys, stop all the spam. Parth, have a good one. So, there's a spider right there. It's not about protein coming in and out, man. It's just about, if you train, I guarantee most of y'all don't train hard. I'm in the gym all the time. I've been training people for a long time. Most people don't train hard. Not trying to hate, but most people don't know what hard training really is. Yep, most people don't know what hard training really is. Y'all think y'all do. How much do you have to pay me to be your dad? Honey, you don't have enough money for me to be your daddy. I spend less time in the gym than most people realize. I spend most of my time when I want to get big, right? Again, I used to be 300 pounds, guys. And I'm not exactly small now. For example, this is me 2 days ago in the gym, right? Not exactly a small man. So for me, it's kind of like this. You probably don't know what real intensity is when you train. So that's me 2 days ago into the gym, and I'm actually 5 pounds heavier now than I was then. It's just the lighting, and I have a little bit of a pump because I'm training. Yep. Sounds about right. You're just a hater who just goes around and does nothing but hate on people. Yeah, remember, I do make a little bit of money from training people, so I do post pictures on my website and everything. That's good. Candy or vegetables? Neither. I'd rather drink fruit. Benjamin Gittin. Yeah. Homemade shake. Homemade peanut butter protein shake. So I got frozen bananas, some whole milk, got some eggs, some whey isolate. Just a good pre-workout shake. I do body weight exercises. I can do 25, 30 pull-ups at once. Not bad for someone, that's not, like most of the people in the comments are like 150, 160 pounds. When you get like 220, 230, 240, it's a little bit tougher to do pull-ups. And not only can I do pull-ups, but I can also do heavy deadlifts. And not only can I do heavy deadlifts, I can still sprint. So I also sprint. So I actually can run. I'm an athlete, not a bodybuilder. So, yeah, but here's the thing, the calisthenics, if you're in control of your body weight, that's really good. I would say try not to be on either extreme. Try to be strong and powerful, but again, just train like an athlete. Train to do heavy deadlifts. Look, if you want to be bigger and thicker, start training your posterior chain. Train heavy deadlifts, heavy rows, heavy weighted pull-ups, and get bigger and thicker. And train heavy. Even 3, 4 reps, 5 reps. Get stronger. And look what happens. I train by myself. I've never had to have a spotter. And I fail lifts too. If I don't need a spotter in the gym, all you got to do is whatever exercises you're doing, make sure if you fail, you can dump the weight. Most of the times I train by myself. I don't like training with other people. I really don't like training with people. I've never had someone I trained with that I really enjoy. I like training by myself. And yeah, training for me is a very sacred time. And most people don't like the intensity I bring when I train. I mean, I get into kill mode. So it's all in your mind. You have to get in that frame of mind where it's like you're ready to fucking just go. And not a lot of people can handle that. Yeah. No, so these talks, these are coffee talks / Big Brother talks. So I actually was playing piano earlier today. I was playing piano because even though I'm in the gym, I also do things like, whoa. So that makes me go away. I just realized that. Nothing wrong with that. Most information about this stuff. No, I do, you know, if you look at some of my other videos, I've done over 1,000 videos. A lot of them were me playing piano. A lot of them were talking about business. I traded stocks. I was a day trader. I had some companies. I sold some companies. I got out of businesses. And now I'm basically just doing live. So there you go. Yeah, when I work out, my body temperature gets really hot. Like I can work out so hot, and I usually work out in sweats. You see how right here, I have like, well, how do you do this? See like right here, those shorts are 2XL and the shirt is a 2XL. But I like to stay covered up. I have found that when you lift heavy, if you keep your body covered, you keep circulation and you're stronger. So I like to wear sweatpants and long sleeve shirts when I train. And then when I'm done, if I want to like look at myself, I'll be like, okay, how are we looking? Because I don't want to look bad, but my primary reason going to the gym is, no, you didn't injure your back because you did 400 pounds of body weight at 50. You didn't hurt it because you had a belt. You hurt your back because you don't know how to brace properly. It's not the belt, right? So Takadin, it wasn't because of the belt. At 150 pounds, a 400-pound deadlift is good. You're strong, but you don't need a belt to do that. You need to brace your core. You need to learn how to actually brace properly. And you need to try this. Try to work on a weak back means not enough shit. I don't know what that means. Do you know how to shut up? Oh, what is this? Yeah, don't listen to other people. So if you hurt your shoulder doing handstand push-ups, remember this. I'm all about training hard and pushing yourself beyond its limits. You have to get stronger, and you have to do something or lift weight faster or do more reps. You can do it however you want. But if you want your body to perform better, you need to push it beyond what it's capable of currently. So if you find that something like a handstand is a skill exercise. The more frequently you do an exercise like a handstand, the better you'll be at it because it's skill. Anything that you want to get better at, start treating your workouts and start treating your exercises like an athletic event. So when it comes time to do a full body workout, I used to do this all the time. I used to do upper body, lower body, rest, upper body, lower body, rest. And I would do the same movement like 4 or 5 days a week, or like every time I went to the gym. But my whole purpose was get better at that one movement. If all you do is focus on 1 or 2 movements and you get stronger at them, like just focus on your dips. Take 4 weeks and just do dips every other day and rest in between. And now you can do some, that also means do mobility exercises, like do mobility, train your shoulders, work on your balance. But then after you warm up, treat the event like an athletic event, It says, dude, you have a green screen? I do have a green screen. Well, this is the one just on YouTube. So, Yeah, well, for that workout, what I was doing is I was doing some upright rows. So I was taking a barbell and doing an explosive row to a catch, and I was doing that with 225 pounds. So take 225, lift it up, and then catch it, and then try to press it above my head. So it's a full body engagement. I live in Georgia. I train people virtually, and I actually do train people. So if you go to my Instagram, it's in my profile, America United 1776. Message me. Yeah, see, I'm almost 40 years old. Yeah, I'm almost 40 years old. So for me, it's it's one of those things where because I've trained in so many different, what do you call, modalities of training. There's my hummingbird. Look, my hummingbird came back here. Let me pull back. My hummingbird came here. Check it out. See my hummingbird? Yeah, so I'm almost 40 years old. I just got an Instagram notification. Be a Muslim, brother. Don't know about that. I don't really care about being a Muslim. I don't care about being anything other than myself. Just be yourself, guys. Just be yourself. Being yourself is going to be the best thing you can do, boys. Just be yourself, man. Good morning, Jimmy. Time to move the clothes over. Ah. Woo. Hey guys, I think what I'm going to do. Where'd my light go? There it is. Is it broken? There we go. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to, after it goes over, topics for discussion. What's that on your lip? Probably a smoothie. I'm going to switch my clothes over, and then I do have a little bit of work to do on the computer. Deciding if I want to go to the gym or not today. Might take another rest day. You guys can say what you want, but when you want to get bigger and stronger, people don't seem to realize this, but here's a tip for you guys who are training. Did you know you don't grow in the gym? Did you know you grow when you're outside the gym? Like when you're resting? So if you train hard enough, you can rest more often. Although I do think it's good to take phases where you do intensity, phases where you do volume, and you always change your program. So when I write programs for my clients, I'll put them on a volume phase, and I will have them train more frequently, but then I'll have them train less frequently and do intensity, and it kind of depends on how their body's responding. Remember, so much of training is individual too. It's subjective to how an individual is adapting, and it's depending on how much they're eating. But the human body can actually take a lot. You can push the human body a lot further than what people realize. But there's a difference between training to get bigger and thicker, training for hypertrophy, training to get leaner, training to be explosive. All different ways to train. There's all different modalities. Modalities of training. Deployment in the closet. What does this mean? And also, don't spend all your time in the gym. That's a really sad life, to spend all your time in the gym. You don't have to spend all your time in the gym, guys. You should also be doing other stuff outside the gym, you know? Like play piano, so you can be something like... See right now. Oh, appreciate it. Yep. I do play a little bit of piano. Now keep in mind, I play piano as a creative outlet. I can't just hear songs and play them. But I did write this. I try to play original music because that's what I enjoy. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, guys. Y'all saw my office. Y'all see I talk about business. I'm playing piano. I'm teaching you guys about weight training. It's kind of like, where else are you getting this type of information on YouTube? Right? This is why it's Big Brother mentorship. Just want to teach you about some stuff that I do. Teach you how to get strong. You know, not a bodybuilder, but you know, that's not bad. I mean, that's an 18-inch arm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Awesome. Got some coffee here. I was playing with this one earlier. I know, something like that. Oh, that's all right. But if you can't keep it up, oh, okay. Then I got one like this. I wrote this one. Hey, what's up? GD, stop. Yeah, so I made that version. So there's a song called Pachelbel in Canon D, which is... So I took that and I said, well, let me make something, my own version of that, and kind of write everything out. So I was thinking... Kind of something like that. Wish I could play song requests. Everybody's like, play this song. Can't really do that, guys. Kind of just get on here and play what I can play and try to make up a song like... Huh. Why are you being so rude? Sasha, why do you seem rude to me? Who, me? Am I rude? What have I done to be rude? I'm not rude. You sausage. Just kidding. Are they being mean to you, Sasha? Guys, I have my moderators in here. Well, Jimmy, you can ban someone if you want. The thing is, it's kind of like this, man. Don't be mean to the other people in the chat, or you will get banned. Don't be a troll, noob. Nobody likes a troll. They take a toll, but we like the algorithm because they give us comments. I'm gonna do that. Your piano sucks. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Ban me, please. Nope, you didn't ruin my day. gonna take more than that to ruin my day, brother. I'm sorry you don't like the song. I was just playing it off the top of my head. But if you don't like it, it's not for you, brother. Okay. Let's see. You didn't, in general. Huh. No, gonna take a lot more than that. It's gonna take more than a random personal line to ruin my day, brother. Oh, let's come over here. We have been going for about almost 2 hours though, guys. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why someone would hate on a stranger, but that's okay, brother. Shout out to anyone in the chat. Anyone, let me tell you guys how the world works, just so you know. Anyone who doesn't love themselves is going to displace and project their own internal insecurities onto other people because they haven't accepted the fact that wherever they are in life, they feel like it's unfair or they can't do the things needed to progress in the world. So I understand that. Oblivion, you can say whatever you want to me. I don't care. Thanks for the chats. Thanks for stopping in. But all I would say is this. If you want to get somewhere further in life, if you change your attitude, that's the key to getting where you want to go. So, on that note, it's up to you. Noob, hope your phone is waterproof, blah, blah, blah. All right. Oh, I know what I want to tell you guys today. This is what's on my mind. Anyone that you let in your life, right? Anyone that you let in your life that's going to interfere with your own internal state, those people have control over you. So don't let those people have control over you. You know, you're never going to do everything right in life, but don't let people have control over you. Oh, look, my hummingbirds are back. I love the hummingbirds. What's this? Topics for discussion. Business. Okay, so 32% of people want to talk about business. Who, what, when, where. Okay, so for anybody that's still into the chat, because we had the poll, who here still wants to talk about business? And if so, where do I put this poll at? Back to messages. What did I do? There we go. Oblivion is actually pretty chill. All right. You don't know me. I do. I know all of you guys because in my life, I've met every one of you in another form. I believe in archetypes, Carl Jung's version of archetypes. Everyone just falls under like a certain category of people. And I've had enough conversations with people in my life to kind of classify how people are. Very rarely do I find someone's personality I haven't run into before. Business is fine. Good morning. Welcome back, Gunner. Yeah, so according to the poll, people wanted to talk about business. So this is your chance to talk to an entrepreneur. Should I take a cold shower or a hot shower? You should do what you want to do and not seek approval from other people, Oblivion. If you have to ask people what shower, now you're doing it just for fun, I get it. But in general, if it's do I take a hot or cold shower,
Instead of asking people for what you should do, you should take control of your own life and just make a decision. Get what I mean? How you doing, man? Gunner, I'm doing good, brother. Doing good. We're talking about business. Yep. So I'm going to get ready to go to the gym, right? I'm feeling like doing some behind the back deadlifts today. You know what I'm saying? So. Right on, Jimmy. That's a good joke. I think a cop is verbatim supposed to say license and registration, please. But I do like that joke. A cop pulls up beside and says scissors, papers, and I say scissors, I win. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. All right, guys, what's the topic for business? So a few things on my mind is, do you guys want to open a business? How do you decide what type of business you want to do? How do you figure out what you're good at? What's the benefits of owning your own business? These are things we can talk, but if you catch me on my way out, we're getting to the end of the stream. So before I get ready to go, I know I shouldn't have the one. Oh, shit, zip. That's strong. Oopsies. Wipe that out. What's in the chat? We'll put this up here. Yay! All right. A lot of people actually bring their phones. Noted at the white tee. I'm not lied. I'm in the hospital. Never heard of that. Must be a millennial thing. What generation are you? Well, I do like it that you guys are chatting amongst yourselves, because the more y'all chat amongst yourself, the better it is for my algorithm, so that's good. But if you're in the chat, at least give me a like. Just give me a thumbs up. What is this? Yeah, go ahead. Tell me another joke. I'll tell you a dirty joke. Here's the dirtiest joke I know. You ready? A white horse fell in a mud puddle. It's a dirty joke. Who's your favorite comedian? Yeah, send me a message on Instagram, brother. Like, send me a direct message and I'll get in touch with you. It's America United 1776, and I'll quote you. Just get a list of kind of what your goals are, what you want to do. Message me and we'll talk about that. Very simple. Very, very simple. Very simple. Very simple, my friend. I mean, I'm definitely feeling like today would be a good day for some. I feel like today would be a good day for some behind the back deadlifts. I'm eating my head. You're eating your head? What's going on, brother? Well, we had a business talk. This is a coffee talk. One time I fell into a hole. Well, okay. Jokes are coming. Am I the only one that sometimes just wipes their face when they're doing dishes? Does that make me disgusting? One time I fell into a hole. I'm eating my head. Ozzy Osbourne once said that one time. They asked him, remember the interview of Ozzy Osbourne? They said, I forgot what they were asking, but he said, in fact, whose head did I bite off? I actually bit off my own head. That's what Ozzy said. They asked him after he bit the head off of a bat what he did, and he said, well, actually, I bit my own head off. which is just such a brilliant line. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Such a sad year with losing Ozzy. Do I use the same rag? No, I have different rags. And I have 4 different cleaners. One is bleach, one is soap, and one is hand soap from goat's milk. Just so you know. So I have different rags for different things. But you gotta remember, they're my dishes. I don't really care. You know, it's my sink. So it's like, anybody else not actually use their dishwasher? I only use the dishwasher for a drying rack. Am I the only one? You have kidney failure. Well, kidney failure is covered by Medicare, and it's also covered by Medicaid in certain programs in the state if you have a chronic illness, a CSNP profit. I don't know. We use our toothbrush. I have a toothbrush. I have a toothbrush right here. Get this a little bit. All right, God. So, I'm getting ready to head out to the gym. So, then we're going to work on behind the back deadlifts today from this position. Anybody else do behind the back deadlifts? It is an amazing exercise. No, second time. I brush my teeth like 3 or 4 times a day. Usually after I eat, I brush my teeth. So if I eat 4 or 5 times in a day, I brush my teeth 4 or 5. It's like not very long, just enough to kind of clean it. So this is my office over here, for anyone who cares. So one of the things, I read a study that was really disturbing. If you have gums that are diseased or your teeth isn't healthy, because the nerves are so close to your brain, it affects your brain health. So keeping a clean mouth is going to help you have a better brain, essentially. That's the conclusion of that study. Gym bag. Gym bag. By the way, guys, if you're going to the gym and you want some quick energy, I'm going to teach you guys a hack. Raisins. Raisins before you train. Raisins. Don't buy pre-workout. Just eat some raisins. I mean, I'm not against the pre-workout, but the raisins are going to do better for you. Raisins. Where the heck did my underwear go? Ah. Oh, well. Wherever you go. All right, guys, I'm about to get naked real quick, so I'm not going to be on camera. This isn't one of those camera shows. All right, so guys, you're getting me on the way out. What are we doing? What are we doing? Wherever you are, wherever you go, I will always be there for you. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na. All right, what you guys up to? You don't like my voice, you singing. Somebody told me that the other day I did a Smash Mouth impression for a song, and they thought it was funny. You want to hear my Smash Mouth impression? The one, Smash Mouth, the band. Let's see. Wherever you go. He said, somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. Smash Mouth has that song that's like, somebody once told me. He's got that da 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 da. Somebody once told me. That's how Smash Mouth sounds to me. Real cool, man. Wash your teeth 3 minutes next time. Noob, why do you think that anything that you tell me, do you think that you saying that's going to affect what I do in my life? Noob, how about this? How about you mind your own damn business? I'll brush my teeth as long as I want to. All out of love. What is this? Totally bogus. Listen, I get that you should wash your teeth and do it longer, but I brush my teeth every time I eat. So if I eat 6 times a day and I brush my teeth for a minute each time, I'm brushing them for 6 minutes in total teeth volume, right? So if you only brush your teeth twice a day for 3 minutes each and you actually time it, I am getting more frequency brushing my teeth. So I'm actually keeping my teeth cleaner. Do my teeth look bad? I didn't go to the dentist for 7 years, right? And I went last month and my teeth were perfect. They said, wow, you must get your teeth cleaned every day. No, I just don't eat crap. I don't put a lot of sugar in my mouth. I eat a lot of protein. Your body will be stronger if your body will stay strong if you make it do hard stuff. Simple as that. Hi, what's up? Never had braces. Never had braces, all right? And because I'm lazy sometimes, I didn't go to the dentist for like 7 years. Didn't get them clean, didn't do anything. But do I eat a bunch of junk? No. Do I drink or smoke? No. I drink some coffee. So I could say they could probably be whiter if I didn't drink coffee from time to time. But just what it is. Behind the back deadlifts. Let's go, baby! PR! Woo! That's what I get when I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Let's go, baby. See, that's the way you got to psych yourself up when you get ready to go. For my bottom row, oh, you got to get braces? Yeah, it's okay. Well, I find that people who don't chew, if you chew on food like nuts and seeds and you bite bones, your teeth stay strong. It seems like people who eat a bunch of soft food, their teeth begin to fold in. Just something I've observed through different cultures in my life. Wherever you go. So we need our headphones. We'll take our headphones. All right. Headphones. Keys, wallet. I think I got my keys and wallet in here. Got my raisins. Gym. Right through there. Got there. Got my water bottle. Keys are in there. All right. Wherever you... By the way, guys, for those of you who ask me if I love my country, this is my workout belt. When I decide I want to lift heavy. Check. It says we the people. You guys like my belt? It's a we the people belt. So you put it on right here. And what you do is, has a locking mechanism you put right here. And it locks. Bam. We the people. That's sick. Oh, okay. Oklahoma Jim says that's sick. Yeah. The glory of the American flag mixed in. Oh, guys, I show you dudes when I go to the gym. I got American flag wraps. We the people belt. If I'm going to do something heavy, that's dope. Thanks, guys. I do have an Amazon store that I never built, and I have links for all this stuff. But your boy went through a divorce this year, and my ex-wife got my balls and really took them from me, so I'm having to rebuild. But No, so I really recommend. So I even got an American flag straps. That's my gear I use. Well, I'm not a power lifter, but what I have noticed is certain exercises I like to get stronger on. Like, I don't get why people go to the gym not to get stronger. And it's like, if you want to lift safe, sometimes when you lift heavy, if you're trying to push yourself. Yeah, I was in the Navy for 10 years. Yeah, I'm still streaming. I was in the Navy for 10 years, brother. Never on a ship. I was a logistics specialist, so combat service support, but my first command was attached to Special Boat Team 22, a bunch of SWICs and SEALs and stuff, mostly SWICs. I got to train with them, learn a lot from the human performance coach, then finished my last bit in Afghanistan, part of Operation Enduring Freedom, supported the mission there from 2010 to 2015, and yeah, so I love my damn country. You can take a look at the Boston tea stained original 1776 American flag. Long live that. You like my hat? This was a local business owner downtown. They kind of got like a Ben and Jerry's type ice cream shop, but it's theirs. And it's kind of like punk rocky. They play a bunch of rock music, and it's kind of like the School of Rock. Imagine the School of Rock, like with Jack Black, but an ice cream shop. So I went in there, and your boy, keep this power belly going, your boy got to get some butter pecan or some salted caramel ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, race, religion, and politics, mother truckers. I done told you guys, race, religion, and politics we can't talk about because we keep offending everybody. But let's see here. No, I'm not in Virginia. I'm in Georgia. You can frame your medals would look better. Yeah, I could. I could frame them. I'm going to eventually. Where I'm living at right now is not where I'm going to live at full time. Got to remember, I started a business this year, so I'm kind of in business mode. I'm going to actually, you see, look, when I was in Afghanistan, a preacher gave me this hat, and I got lots of stuff over here. But after my divorce, my ex-wife got a lot of my money and my houses. Guys, I'm just saying, don't get married unless you really love her. Because if she don't like you no more, she can take everything that you got. Call the chief. Yeah, I am in Georgia. So I ain't hating on women, but I ain't ever getting married again. I ain't ever getting married again, dude. But alas, yeah, we're going to get ready to go to the gym. I mean, I would talk to you guys while I'm driving to the gym, but the problem is I'm out here in the country, and being in the middle of the damn country. See, this is what I wear to the gym. See, I wear sweatpants and I wear tops like this. I don't really like be wearing all the tank tops. Sometimes I do, I guess, but. Putin and Trump had a meeting the other day. Did you see Putin and Trump say he flew a big B-50 bomber across Putin's head? That was the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life. He invites Russia. He says, oh, what's that? That's what killed Palestine's nuclear program in 21 minutes. Rachel! Now! I'm over 9,000. Kakarot, how is this? His power level is over 9,000. How is this possible? And then he goes Super Saiyan. Ah! That's how I feel when I deadlift, dude. How are you? Ha! An American Beethoven? No, guys. I have tried to be good at piano. I'm very limited in what I can do. I do have fast hands, but I don't think I have the dedication to be that good of a piano player. Not me, but I still enjoy it. By the way, for you guys who don't know, it's all about the socks in the gym. When you're going to deadlift, today I'm going to deadlift my ass off, dude. I'm going to do deadlifts from behind to back because I love the deadlift. And when I do that, I'm going to wear my duck socks. So remember, it's all about the socks when you lift weights. You got to put on the duck socks. The socks with the ducks on them is the key. It's all about the socks, baby. My ears. What is it, my ears? Say my name! Say my name! So I got my bands. I got my gym key. The other day I went up to the gym and I didn't have my gym key. And guys, if you want to know about training, raisins. Eat some raisins before you train. I had a smoothie, but raisins are going to be your best thing. My name's Chris. I'm Uncle Chris, aka Coach Chris. Just look me up on Google. Type in Chris Whitehead Poker. You'll see me. Just type in Chris Whitehead Poker on Google. I'm the first thing that pops up. What's up, Uncle Chris? High energy? Absolutely, dude. You got to keep the energy high. Oh, man, you know what I forgot? I forgot my coffee. What did I make of the invasion? I'm too dumb to understand why I was there. I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know how to answer that question. When I was overseas, I saw a lot of good people, the locals. I saw the ALP, the Afghan local police. We were kind of like training them. I saw firsthand how evil the Taliban is. I saw good people, like young men, young women that were Palestinian, that were good people. They used to come on base. So I've got mixed emotions of it. At the end of the day, I love my country. I know Israel's our ally, but Israel also does things that they help us, but they also put us in situations that aren't good. I almost feel like Israel would prefer us to fall, but they're also going to help us stay strong. They're kind of like that. Sometimes I feel like Israel's like that best friend who you have, who's waiting on your girlfriend to be mad at you so he can get her. No, it wasn't just like Palestinians and Afghan, because we were traveling around the whole country, like in Iraq and all over the Middle East. What I'm getting at is a whole. I've met enough people from both sides, and I know that good people get trapped in the middle of everything. So